that's probably not what they had in mind. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 spring break disaster stories. For this list, we're looking at the worst, most disastrous, and most embarrassing spring break stories that could be found on the internet. We'll be trying to keep this relatively lighthearted, so darker stories involving murder and/or kidnapping will not be included. Number 10. Kissing your cousin. In Cancun, 23-year-old Trevor hooked up with a girl in a public pool. Trevor states that after they were finished, they began to hear cheers from people looking on, including a hotel employee. You know, being in a public pool and all. But that wasn't the worst of it. Trevor later discovered, presumably after they talked some more, that he and the woman were actually distant cousins.
She's your cousin. She's your cousin. If she knew what was going on in your head, she'd think you were sick.
Hooking up on spring break is totally normal, but hooking up with your own cousin? Not so much.
What's our next move?
Stop talking. Get back into bed.
Number 9. Heineken Tat. Getting a drunken tattoo is also a regular occurrence at spring break.
That's good. Why don't you try to wash it off?
It's not coming off! This is a real tattoo!
It's basically a rite of passage, but ideally these have some personal meaning. Something that's hard to say about the Heineken logo. After taking a tour of the Heineken Museum in Amsterdam and drinking obscene amounts of beer, 25-year-old Alyssa had the genius idea of getting their Red Star logo permanently drawn onto her skin. So she went to a sketchy tattoo shop located near the red light district and got the Heineken star on each ankle. Imagine how many times she'll have to answer the question, "So you really like Heineken, huh?" Number 8. Sleeping in the car. People don't tend to plan things out too much for spring break. It's a giant party. Who plans for that? Unfortunately, Larry found out the hard way that you should at least plan a little bit.
How you guys doing on liquor? You got liquor? Yeah, figure it out. Tell you what, don't even worry about it, man. I'll bring it. Call my boys up. Don't want you to sweat about anything.
Dude,
bro.
thank you so much.
Once in Florida, having spent all their money on beer rather than accommodation, Larry and his friends were required to make new friends each night and crash in their hotel rooms.
Hello, Carson. Let's go to your room.
When their luck and the kindness of strangers ran out, they were forced to sleep in Larry's car in a parking garage. Hey, it sounds like a vacation they'll never forget. Number 7. Dirty hot tub.
Damn, it's good to be here with y'all again, man. It's good to be back here with you guys.
Yep.
I want to toast to the good time, and you too, young blood. Come on.
Despite their calm and relaxing nature, hot tubs are breeding grounds for bacteria. If a pool or hot tub isn't properly maintained, they can host the parasite crypto and the bacteria Legionella and Pseudomonas. The symptoms of these can vary and include severe diarrhea, pneumonia, hot tub rash, and various flu-like symptoms.
Oh God, oh, here it comes.
During his stay in Acapulco when he was 25, Hugo was the victim of just such a bodily invasion. He regularly inhabited a poorly maintained hot tub and contracted a, quote, serious infection that made him, quote, extremely ill. Seriously, watch out for those hot tubs. You could literally be swimming in bacteria and parasites.
You're coming in. It's your nightgown.
Number 6. Forgetting to go back. Ever get that nightmare where you find a long-lost syllabus and realize that you skipped an entire semester's worth of classes? Yeah, this is kind of like that, just not as bad. Reddit user LinuxBoy posted a rather hilarious story in the subreddit r/college. The title simply read, "I forgot spring break ended a week ago," meaning he had missed an entire week's worth of classes. He also claims to not have friends or acquaintances at the school, so no one inquired as to his whereabouts.
Where were you? Why didn't you call? Where have you been? We were worried to death.
When asked how he could forget such a thing, he stated, quote, "I was actually under the impression that I had 2 weeks off for some reason." No, you don't.
Mr. McQuaid, college is a wonderful place. This is where you get to decide who you actually are instead of the person that you're clearly pretending to be right now, which everyone sees through, by the way.
Number 5. Robbed in Vegas.
Is it your first time being around? You're doing great. Just smile, Loretta, so you don't look like you're being held up.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, including your money. Cassidy from Emerson College traveled to Vegas for spring break and was immediately robbed of her phone.
Wait a second. Where's my phone?
Not wanting that to ruin her experience, Cassidy went out clubbing the next night and put in more of an effort to keep her purse and its contents secured. It didn't work. Her entire purse was stolen at the club, which meant losing her ID, cash, credit cards, and passport. Now that's just bad luck right there. Well, bad luck and a poorly secured purse. Seriously, watch your purses and wallets, people.
What? Oh my God, he's got my gun and badge. Go get him.
Number 4, Prophet of Doom roommate. Wanting to forego the typical party shenanigans, 23-year-old Alex and his 2 friends decided to travel the Pacific Northwest. They found accommodation in a 4-person room at a hostel, but their roommate was a little odd.
But you know what they say about Derek. No one who dies here ever really dies.
She warned them against opening the windows, told them that something bad was going to happen to them, and asked them if their parents knew where they were. When she announced that she was going to sleep, she sat up in bed with the lights on instead.
What's the matter?
Feeling unsafe, Alex and his friends spoke to management, who asked the woman to leave. Alex said he felt bad for her, but also really wanted to feel safe.
I was just wondering if you might have heard something on your way up, about what's going on.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, sweetheart. It'll all be over soon.
Number 3, Rationing Food.
Get to the boat! To the boat, sir! Food!
Who knew a simple spring break could turn into a battle for survival? That's what happened to 20-year-old Catherine when she decided, for some reason, to travel to Panama City Beach without any money. Well, she did have $10. $10 to last her 7 days. Desperate for, basic sustenance, she went to a local Walmart and bought a large bottle of water and a 90-pack of Totino's pizza rolls. She then rationed this food for the next week, which equates to roughly 13 pizza rolls a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Guys, the Totinos are ready. Hope I'm not interrupting the big game.
That's 4 pizza rolls a meal.
The top is warm, the bottom's soggy, but the inside's frozen solid.
Dude, if we could just figure out a way to cook everything evenly.
Yeah, like all the way around so heat would get into it.
There's poorly planned spring breaks, and then there's rationing food and water like you're Aaron Ralston. Number 2, tripping on opium. Spring break is a time for letting loose.
It's way more than just having a good time. God, it was so nice to get a break from reality for a little while.
But be very careful about what you put into your body. 18-year-old Alexandra was vacationing with a friend in Amsterdam when her hostel roommates invited them for a friendly smoke. Thinking it was weed, the 2 gladly partook. The thing is, it wasn't weed. It was opium. They began freaking out and asked the hostel receptionist what to do.
Sorry. I'm gonna go for a walk.
I can walk too.
No, I'm gonna... No. Don't think that, you're fine. It's almost your birthday. You're okay.
After being told to walk it off, Alex and her friend walked around in circles in their room and recorded their last will and testament on their phones. Bad trips are not fun.
I need this, right?
I remember your face.
There is no way of explaining the terror I felt.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, losing a friend in Spain.
Where is she?
It's complex. This is not just her. Everybody's disappearing.
The following story is a case of serious miscommunication. While on a night out in Ibiza, Spain, Krista went home with a guy she'd met. Unfortunately, she failed to tell her friends she was leaving and didn't realize that her phone was dead. Her friends spent all night worried out of their minds, scouring the area for Krista and thinking about how to tell Krista's parents she'd gone missing. And we can only imagine the relief they felt when Krista showed up safe and sound. People, please tell your friends where you're going.
Vicky, I'm a big girl, okay? If I want to sleep with him, I will. If not, I won't.
Christina, he's a total stranger. This is impulsive even for you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.